Hello everybody, my name is Shilo. I am making this video today with just some basic tubal reversal information for those trying to find out more information about it, because it's very difficult to find information about it. It took me several years to really research and find the top doctors and the best options. So I just wanted to go over some of the basics. If you are wanting a tubal reversal, you're going to need to start out by contacting the hospital that you had your tubal done at, and you're going to need a surgical or an operative note, and you're going to need a pathology report if you had a type of ligation where they removed something from the body. You will need these reports for most tubal reversal doctors in the United States. The top, well, I'm not sure who the top three are anymore now that the first one in the world has retired. He was previously in Kentucky, but he just announced his retirement. So I would say probably the first in the world is now Dr. Monteith in North Carolina, followed up by Rio Bravo in Mexico. I know everybody says, oh, I don't want to go to Mexico for a surgery, but they have a very good reputation. They're very safe. They're just over the border. They have transport that comes and picks you up from the McAllen, Texas airport, and they transfer you over the border. I've heard it's a very simple process, and it works very well for a lot of people, and naturally that's going to be the cheapest option. They only take cash payments. They no longer do payment plans, so you'd have to have a deposit and then you pay in cash in full when you go for the surgery. They like to keep you awake for your surgery in Mexico, so that's not always everybody's favorite cup of tea there. So there are a lot of doctors in the United States. I would have to look up the rest of them, honestly. There is a lot of them. I can say if you're researching this, find a great tubal reversal group on Facebook. That's how I found out most of my information. And I just really dug into the files in that group, and I read everybody's stories and everybody's accounts and read a lot of information on a lot of doctors. I myself have just scheduled my tubal reversal just last month, or earlier this month, I'm sorry. My procedure is going to be on March 2nd coming up, and I chose Dr. Adam Duke at Northwest Women's Care in Post Falls, Idaho. He's not one of the bigger names, but he has had several good success stories that I've heard from women, both in that group and friends that I know that I've recommended to him. And it just made sense to go to somebody closer to me so that I wasn't coming back from Mexico without pain meds on a road trip for 3 days. So everybody handles their procedures just a little bit differently. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this bare bones, like, start out educational video for women who are looking for more information. Obviously, you can comment, and I will try to check my comments and get back if anybody has any further questions. I can try to put the name of the tubal reversal group on Facebook in the comments that I'm in, that I had a lot of success with. There are several of them. Some work better than others, obviously. The one that I found is really great and very informational, and it's a group of women that are there to support each other. So I will try to find a way to put that in the comments. I'm a little technically slow here. I'm not big on taking videos. This is my first upload of myself, so I apologize if I'm a little bit odd and awkward. I'm a little bit anxious. But I know there are a lot of women out there looking for information on this surgery anywhere they can get. There's a lot of doctors that tell you it can never be reversed. This isn't possible. It's very common for just regular OB doctors to tell you, if you want another baby, you can't get a reversal. It's not possible, or it's super dangerous, and it's better to go with IVF. Pretty much all fertility doctors and OB doctors are going to recommend that you go with IVF because naturally they make money for recommending you, and that costs a lot of money for IVF. Tubal reversal is a much simpler process, and it's cheaper, and you have unlimited chances to try. And not everybody is going to get pregnant. That's true, especially if it's been a lot of years since your tubal. You're much older now. That decreases your risks or your chances of being able to conceive successfully or quicker. Some women, it takes a month or two to get pregnant, and others, they take years. We notice a higher chance of miscarriage or possibly ectopic. If I remember right, it's about a 3% chance increase in ectopic pregnancy after your surgery, simply because scar tissue can develop. But, the miscarriages aren't necessarily increased due to the surgery. It's more increased due to age, or just the fact that you're actually monitoring and trying to conceive. So you're using ovulation predictor test kits and tracking your ovulation and everything, and you're catching your pregnancies much earlier during this process, and so you're much more aware that you're having a miscarriage versus women who in the past maybe didn't try so hard or track so much, and possibly had earlier miscarriages that they just never realized were a miscarriage because they necessarily weren't tracking. I've heard both sides. So yeah, I just wanted to pass on some of this information. I'll probably make some more videos with some more in-depth information as I go through my process and can share that with you guys. Thank you.